You see your dog every day, right? But have you ever really stopped to think about what's going on under all that fur? Well, today we're diving deep. We are going to deconstruct this canine supermachine and find out what really truly makes them tick. So, what makes your dog a dog? It seems like such a simple question, doesn't it? But the answer? Oh man, it goes way beyond a wagging tail and a wet nose. It's a story that's literally written in their very bones. Yeah, it is so much more than just fur and four legs. What we're really looking at here is a masterpiece of evolution. You gotta remember, this was a wolf, sculpted over thousands and thousands of years by both nature and by us, into this incredible family of animals that we share our homes with. And that's really what this is all about. We're talking about a true marvel of evolutionary engineering. Every single part of their body, from their skeleton to their senses, is like a finely tuned piece of a much larger and incredibly sophisticated machine. And today, we're going to take a look at the blueprints. Okay, first up, a familiar friend, a blueprint for variety. Let's just start with the most striking thing about dogs, right? The insane variety. You have a tiny little Chihuahua, and then you have a towering Great Dane. How in the world are they all the same species? This chart just gives you a little taste of that size difference. I mean, it's just wild. But here's the incredible part. The underlying blueprint, the skeleton with its 320 or so bones, it's fundamentally the same across all of these breeds. Turns out a few key genes act like dimmer switches, just scaling those same bones up or down. That's how you get this astonishing diversity from a single shared design. It's amazing. So you've got this fundamental blueprint. How does it create such an incredible athlete? Well, that brings us to section 2, built for action, the movement machine. And it really all starts from the ground up with just the way they stand. This slide just nails one of the biggest differences between us. We're plantigrade. We walk flat-footed, on the soles of our feet, which is great for stability. But dogs are digitigrade. That means they are essentially always up on their tiptoes. This posture lengthens their limbs and turns their legs into these powerful springs built for speed and that explosive acceleration you see at the dog park. And it's not just their toes. Their entire body is a chassis built for speed. Let's take their shoulders. Where we have a rigid collarbone, they have a muscular sling. This synsarcosis lets their shoulder blades move more freely, extending their stride and acting like a natural shock absorber. You combine that with an angled pelvis for maximum hamstring power and fused wrist bones for stability, and you've got a machine designed for one thing: explosive, efficient forward motion. All right, let's pop the hood and take a look at the internal systems that power this incredible athlete. Section 3, an internal engine more than meets the eye. The adaptations, believe me, continue deep inside their bodies. And it all starts at the engine's intake, the mouth. Dogs have 42 teeth. That's 10 more than us. And this isn't just for show. It's a direct inheritance from their wolf ancestors. Each tooth has a specific purpose. It's a whole toolkit designed for gripping, shearing meat, and crushing bone. And here's a fascinating detail about their heart. Now, if your doctor told you that your heartbeat was irregular, you'd probably be a little worried. But in a relaxed, healthy dog, this irregularity, it's called respiratory sinus arrhythmia, is actually a sign of excellent cardiovascular health. Their heart rate literally syncs up with their breathing. It's wild. Okay, now for their internal thermostat. This is a critical difference. Dogs are much better at staying warm than they are at cooling off. They rely almost entirely on panting to regulate their temperature. This is exactly why a hot car can become so dangerous so quickly. They just don't have that full-body sweating mechanism that we do. Now we're getting to the really cool part. This is where the dog's superpowers truly come alive. Section 4, a world of senses decoding reality. We're talking about the incredible ways they perceive the world, which is a completely different experience from our own. And the command center for all of these superpowers? It's the skull. It's not just a bone case for the brain. It is a complex, fused structure that has been dramatically shaped by selective breeding to house an absolutely incredible sensory toolkit. And all that breeding has given us this incredible variety of skull shapes. You can see it so clearly. The long, narrow snout of a greyhound is built for a super wide field of vision, while the shorter snout of a pug, well, that concentrates its incredible sense of smell. Form truly follows function. Okay, so let's try to wrap our heads around this number. A dog's sense of smell is up to 1,000,000 times more sensitive than ours. To put that in perspective, that's like being able to detect a single drop of sugar in 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools. They are literally experiencing a world of information through scent that we are completely blind to.
And it doesn't stop with smell. They can also hear sounds, especially those high-pitched frequencies, from up to 4 times farther away than we can. It's a sensory world that we can barely even imagine.
And what about their vision? Well, while we see a more vibrant world of color, their eyes are beautifully adapted for their needs. They are absolute masters at detecting motion and have far superior vision in low light, which makes them excellent hunters at dawn and dusk. So when we put all these pieces together, the skeleton, the engine, that amazing sensory toolkit, what do we really have? Let's get to our last section, an amazing machine, the complete picture. What we have is an animal that's so much more than the sum of its parts. It's a biomechanical masterpiece, built for movement, a sensory computer that perceives a world beyond our own, and somehow, through all that incredible biological engineering, it's also our closest and most loyal companion. So the next time you look at your dog, I hope you don't just see a pet. I hope you see the legacy of the wolf in its teeth, the power of an athlete in its stride, and the wonder of a completely different world in its eyes, because you'll be looking at a true canine supermachine. Thanks for watching.